there we have it, guys. Classic little trade. When you have made over 160k in a month, while you're spending less than 8 hours on the charts for the entire month, I pretty much just made 20k an hour. I used to make $7 an hour, and now I make $20,000 in an hour. And the way I actually developed that undeniable confidence is by outworking everybody else and gathering so much data that it will be unbelievable that I don't succeed. I've probably taken over 10,000 trades and spent over 10,000 hours on the charts by now. Instead of asking what strategy will make me the most amount of money, ask yourself what strategy is guaranteed to lose me money. And boom, you just need to avoid that. The biggest lesson that I've learned from a losing trade is humility. Focus on making money rather than being right. Because at the end of the day, the market doesn't care about you or me. It only cares about one thing, and that is move. Imagine a world where the trading gig is evil. He wouldn't be sharing all of these tips and tricks, all of these gems. He wouldn't be dropping so much sauce on like a weekly basis. Big boy trade, ladies and gentlemen. In trading, spreads are cancer cells, mate. Like, why the spreads exist? So this month, I took 4 trades, 1 off all, 100% win rate. Market mechanics for the win. I think the biggest secret I've uncovered as a trader is today we are trading against the trend. We are swimming upstream, boys. Today I'm going to be counter trend trading. I'm going to be sniping for good old entries. So far this month, we are up and up. My profits is up. My health is up. My knowledge bank is up. So I'm feeling good, because so far we have like 100% win rate. Today is like the second last day of the month itself. And I've only taken 3 trades so far. We won all 3. So we are on like a huge winning streak right now. I just want to end off this month with like a bang. That's why I'm entering for this trade right here. Okay. So let me just quickly explain. Like I said, my bias for this is very simple, right? No complicated lines, indicators, nothing on the charts, just blank, just trading based on 2 things, liquidity and timing. The first thing, liquidity. Okay, no, actually that thing, right? If you count imbalance as a thing, then you can count it as a thing, right? So liquidity, timing, and imbalance. The first thing, liquidity. If you look at the left-hand side that we have right here, what do we have? We got nice low equal lows, right? We got equal lows being liquidated. So we know that all of this is what? Good old stop losses. So right now, price is already swept those lows. All right, so liquidity check. Second of all, timing, right? So right now we are in a pre-London. We are heading into London session in about an hour or so. So I expect London liquidity to fuel price up. And we expect the trend to change from bearish, which was created during the Asian session, to bullish later on during the London session itself. And the third thing is imbalance. Imbalance is a huge one because imbalance allows us to spot the smart money footprints. All right, listen, very simple. In the market, there's elephants, right? Elephants stomping around. Boom, boom, boom. Smart money is the elephants, all right? And they leave certain footprints. They leave certain clues for us retail traders to search, right? For the people who are willing to search and look closely, listen to what the market is trying to tell them. They're going to be very rich people. Yeah, they're going to be very rich traders, right? They're going to be printing money. So if you look at the left-hand side that we have right here, what do we have? This price point led to a large amount of imbalance. Okay, so over here, once price swept the liquidity below this low, it pretty much caused price to shift from bearish, like this huge bearish, huge selling pressure, to bullish, right? To having like a very huge run for like a very long time. And you can see right here, price went up there. And then pull back to where? This previous imbalance before pushing back up, right? So we know that this is the price point where smart money enter into the market first, right? So that is where the elephants enter to the market. So we know that if price ever come down to this area right here, they are most likely going to be entering in for longs, right? They are most likely going to be looking for a price where they deem is cheap, right? Remember, price is what you pay, value is what you get. So this is the price point where they deem GJ as cheap to actually enter for longs. So as a result, there's going to be demand at this price point. Now that we got these 3 beautiful confluences, look at what we have, right? So I entered a few minutes ago, I entered somewhere around here. We went into like a little bit drawdown, right? And then right now, price is going in my way right now. As for take profit wise, I haven't really set my take profit. I just set my stop loss right there because you always want to make sure you protect the downside first. But when it comes to take profit, I don't want to be too aggressive, right? But I also want to ride this move to the upside. I think there's a lot of untapped potential right here. I think that price could easily shift bullish to at least, and I mean at least, like this area right here. And that's just me being conservative, right? There's very high chance price is going to gravitate towards these next areas of imbalance. Okay, because if you look at this is the last supply that led to imbalance, right? That led to a large amount of selling pressure. So there's a very high chance price is going to be gravitating towards that next level of imbalance, right? That is what the market is all about, right? It's about trading from one point of imbalance, one point of liquidity to the next point of imbalance and liquidity. If you can understand this one fundamental concept, like I said, you're going to become a very, very rich man, right? Very, very rich women. By the way, guys, this is quite a risky setup, right? Because even though we have confluences on our side, ultimately, this is still trading upstream, right? It's still trying to swim upstream because of the fact that we are trading against the internal order flow, right? Because if you look at the internal order flow right now, we are heavily bearish. But because of the fact that my entry confluences are pointing to the fact that price is going to be bullish, since this is really the last line of defense, I decided to bet on the boost. Right? I decided to place my bet on the boost. Okay? And this is just me trading like a contrarian. Because when everybody is selling, you shouldn't be selling. You should be buying. If 90% of people lose money in trading, why the hell would I think like them? Einstein once defined insanity as doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. I would tweak that and I would say that insanity is following others and expecting different results. It's doing what other people are doing and expecting the results of the top 1%. That is why if everyone is bullish, that is where maybe I shouldn't be buying, right? And if everyone is selling, that is where I start paying attention. Maybe I should get involved for longs. Because you can't win this game by thinking like the herd. Because the herd is the bloody liquidity. You have to lead. You have to be like a lion rather than a sheep heading to a slaughterhouse. And what does the herd do? The herd do stupid shit. They chase the breakout. They shot after a massive dump just like this, thinking that price is gonna go down even further. And then they start panicking when news come out, CPI, NFP comes out, and they start buying random shit when Jerome Powell blinks too fast. Bro, I'm sitting on the sidelines. I'm observing. I'm watching all the reactions of these noobs. I'm tracking where liquidity is sitting. And I wait for them to get trapped. And then I strike like a lion. Like the king of the jungle. The king of the jungle, ladies and gentlemen. Not here to play around, man. I'm just like sleeping 10 hours a day. And then when I do wake up, I strike, bro. I strike when it's the least expected. By the way, before I forgot, I just realized there's a big fat liquidity right here. Look at this. These are nice little equal lows. Perfect little equal lows. We know that is liquidity that got swept as well. And then later on you can see there was insufficient demand for price to actually goes up, which means price has to sweep liquidity one more time before the real move actually happens. And that actually caused price to come down here. Right, so this could potentially be the final liquidity sweep. Or at least, I hope that's the case. Bro, most people trade to feel good. To feel productive. To feel like they're doing something. While I trade to make money. And you can see there's a big difference right there. Because if you're trading to feel good, you're going to be taking a bunch of low quality trade setups, which is not going to make you money. And that's not your goal as a trader. Your goal as a trader is not to take the most amount of trades. It's not to work the hardest. Because once again, it's not about the amount of hours that you work on like a daily basis, the amount of hours that you stare at the charts. It's not about the amount of trades that you take on like a daily basis, but rather it's about the quality of the trades that you are taking. It's about making the right decisions. It is about making money. That's your sole purpose in life as a trader. And sometimes the best trades are not the most fun trades, right? They're the one that might feel kind of disgusting at first. It feels kind of difficult to take those trades in the moment. When something like this, price is all the way down here, and everyone's panicking, and I'm going against the internal order flow. I'm going against the trend by looking for longs. And the reason why I can do this rather than succumb to groupthink or conformity or the normal, right, the herd thinking, is because I know exactly what I'm looking for. I have developed my bias after preparing, after researching, after analyzing the charts. I know that this is the price point that I want to get out if I'm right. And this is the price point that I want to get out if I'm wrong, right? So as a result, all I have to do is to just put my position in place to find out whether I'm right or wrong. And then if I'm right, then I make money. Then I fulfill my goal as a trader. If I'm wrong, then I learn. Then I learn from my mistake, extract the lesson from this particular loss, so that I can make money in the future by avoiding this mistake again. You can see, either way, I make money. And that's how I approach trading. And that could potentially be why I'm so profitable, so wildly profitable. And it's really because of the fact that I have so much conviction, so much confidence on my trades. And the way I actually develop that undeniable confidence is by outworking everybody else and gathering so much data that it'll be unbelievable that I don't succeed. Right? Bear in mind that I've been trading for 6 years. I actually got skin in the game right now. I've probably taken over 10,000 trades and spent over 10,000 hours on the charts by now. So all of this data that I've collected, all of this experience that I have developed over the past few years, that I've gathered over the past few years, really allowed me to get to where I am today, right? Which is, once again, a trader who is radical and a trader who approached the craft with equanimity. And this reminds me of this quote by Charlie Munger, who said, "Invert, always invert." So what he meant by that is that instead of asking what strategy will make me the most amount of money, ask yourself, what strategy is guaranteed to lose me money? And boom, you just need to avoid that. And you're already ahead of 90% of the traders out there. So let me invert this trading game for you. Most traders, they guarantee failure by overtrading, by risking too much on a trade, by revenge trading, by following influencers or trading gurus, and they don't journal their trade, and they trade news like gamblers. And those are the activities which pretty much allows them to lose and blow accounts after accounts. So your job is to just do the opposite. You just not engage in those activities that is going to pull you away from your goals, that is going to allow you to be one step further from the goal of becoming a consistently profitable trader. Like seriously, if you just did the opposite of what the average retail trader does, like any one of those 6 things, you're probably going to be funded already. The problem is, people don't want to make money, even though they think they want to make money. But in reality, what they actually want is dopamine. They want to feel like they're doing something, right? They want to get the adrenaline rush. They want to flip small accounts into thousands of dollars. Well, that's not real trading. Because real trading is incredibly boring and mundane. All we do as professional traders is we do nothing. We sit, we wait, we follow our process, we journal our trades, we review our trades, and that's all we do. Like, it's extremely bloody boring. There is no adrenaline, there is no excitement. It's just doing the same thing over and over again, eating the same food, doing the same routine, exercising at the same time, every single day for an extended period of time. And that's what makes us so successful. Right? Boring works, guys. Boring pays. That is why whenever I'm in doubt, I always invert. Whenever I feel like a fear of missing out, I ask myself, who's gonna get wrecked if this fails? And then if I see everybody trying to short this low right here, I ask myself, what if this is just a liquidity sweep before like a massive reversal to the upside? And by doing that, by approaching your craft from a third party's perspective, right? From a place of objectivity. That is when you are able to stay ahead of the herd, ahead of the curve. And that's how you think like an assassin in this bloody market. And that mindset has really carried me forward, not just in trading, but in life as well. It's like Charlie Munger said that the only way to guarantee misery in life is to ingest chemicals, to be envious of others, and to resent others. If you do those three things, you're pretty much guaranteeing that you are going to have a very shit life. So all you have to do is not do those three things, right? Invert, always invert. I think the biggest secret that I've uncovered as a trader is imbalance. When I started understanding and spotting imbalances, that's when everything changed, because now I know exactly where price is going to pull back to and where price is going to go next. Like using this example right here, you can see right now, where is price pulling back to? It's going to be pulling back to this previous imbalance that we have on the left hand side right here. You can see imbalance is pretty much defined as a gap, right? Where there was an overwhelming of buyers and sellers, which pretty much left like this gap behind, right? Because there was so much orders where it struggled to find balance, right? So you can see price pretty much pull back to this imbalance that we have right here. And then demand step back into the market, right? And it pretty much came to a stage where you find balance again. And then right now we are pushing to the upside again. And now you can see where the price actually started pulling back. It started pulling back right here. And then if you look at the left hand side, what do we have here? We got beautiful little imbalance. Once again, a huge gap right here. And you can see it just doesn't get better than that, guys. Price pull back to these previous areas of supply imbalance, and then came down here, gravitated towards the next area of demand imbalance, right? Imbalance of buyers in the market. And then now we are pushing to the upside again. And now it's going to look for the next area of imbalance, which in this particular case, it could be somewhere up here, right? This will be like the next areas of imbalance right here. So by rights, I can place my take profit here as well if I want to be even more conservative, which I think I should be, honestly. Let me see. Okay, so this is a 1:4. It's still 1:4, right? Not bad. Right, you know what? I'm just going to put my take profit right there. Just to prove to you guys this imbalance shit actually works, and I'm not just pulling rabbits out of the hat. No, if it did work, then I will be pulling rabbits out of the hat because I'm a bloody fucking magician. But yeah, let's look at how the trade goes. Like I said, guys, understanding imbalance, liquidity, manipulation is pretty much me finally found enlightenment as a trader, alright? Not spiritually, but like technically, technically and fundamentally, Look at that. You tell me imbalance doesn't work, bro? Like, just open your eyes and look at that shit. Price literally pulled back to that demand imbalance point that we have marked up right there. Exactly there, and then it started pushing up, right? Demand started coming to the market and just freaking elephant stomp its way up, right? So, my guy, you know what? You need more proof. I'll show you more proof. I'll show you price is gonna gravitate towards my take profit right there, and then once it hit that point, it could start reversing, and there'll be supply entering to the market. You know what? Let me ask a question to ChatGPT because I'm so bored right now. No, let me ask ChatGPT to ask me a question. All right, ChatGPT, ask me a question about trading.
Here's a question. What's one of the biggest lessons you've learned from a losing trade, and how did it change your approach going forward? Looking forward to hearing your thoughts on that.
There is so many lessons that I've learned from a losing trade. But if I have to identify one, the biggest lesson that I've learned from a losing trade is humility. It's to focus on making money rather than being right. Because when you have humility to understand and embrace the fact that you don't know it all, then you will be able to put your bias aside. You will be able to remove your ego from the markets. So as a result, you're going to be trading the market rather than trading your belief about the market and letting the market reinforce your ego. But like I said, it all comes only when you approach the market with a mindset of a student, with the mindset that you don't know it all and anything can happen in the market at any point of time, and you're open to feedback. It's very important that you're open to feedback, because when you're actually open to diving deep into your losses and your trades to figure out what works and what doesn't work, then you will be able to become one step closer to the trader that you're trying to become, and you're able to actually become more profitable and make more money. But that only comes when you actually review the trades that you have taken. And the only way you can review the trades that you have taken is if you actually make a conscious decision to do so. And you can't make a conscious decision to do so if you still think that you know it all. If you still think that you are smarter than the market, which is a beast, which is a force to be reckoned with. Because at the end of the day, the market doesn't care about you or me. It only cares about one thing, and that is move. That's the purpose of the market. It just move. It's not going to care about whether you're in a long position or a short position or whatnot. It's not going to care about where you place your stop loss, where you place your take profit. It's not going to care whether you have just been through like a huge losing streak. Yes, absolutely no empathy and no feelings for you. And all you have to do is to adapt to the market, open your eyes to see the market for what it is, perceive the objective truth of the market, and open up your ears so you can listen to what the market is telling you. But like I said, once you're able to put aside your ego, once you're able to detach from the outcome, that is where you're able to adopt a student mindset and you're open to what the market is actively trying to tell you since you started trading. All this time round, right? Like, just gotta put your ego aside. Focus on making money rather than being right. If you can understand that ethos, then my friend, my ChatGPT, you're gonna be a very profitable trader.
That was fantastic. Your passion and clarity really came through. I especially liked how you emphasized putting ego aside and focusing on learning from the market.
Alright lads, so right now is the London session. It's the opening of the London session. It's 3 p.m. Singapore time right now. So we can expect a little bit more of volatility coming to the market right here. Right, come on, let's go. Don't be shy, right? Just go up right now. Because right now, this is not looking good, fam. To be honest with you, fam. This is looking very ugly right now, bro.
Ooh, both are fantastic options.
Ooh.
Boot's got that lush jungle vibe, a slower pace.
Right, lads. Looks like we are finally hitting TP, man. Man, it feels like forever, bro. But like, we are inches away from TP. Right now, this is the first level of resistance or the first level of supply that price has to overcome. Once price is able to take out this level of supply here, right, pretty much this one right here, we can potentially head up to this one over here. I'm very confident that it can just blast right through this because this is not really like a strong supply, to be honest with you. Right, I can see this is a very weak supply. There is nothing really backing it up. There's nothing really strengthening it whatsoever. So price is easily just gonna like blast right through it and come up to our beautiful old little imbalance that we have up here. Okay. So yeah, now just once again the test of the patience. And just gonna, sit there, be zen. I'm planning my company trip to Bali right now. So just looking at a bunch of villas, right? Just gonna be zen, right? Just not gonna look at what the charts are doing, set and forget. And then we will come back to this. Just look at this. Price is just gonna blow right past it and it's just gonna go up straight to the moon and just bypass this area right here. Like I said, this is not a very strong point of interest. I could just tell because of the fact that it was just filled with like tiny little price action right here, right? There is not much momentum, there was not much pressure or imbalance over here. So yeah, like price is just gonna blast right through this zone. Okay, maybe not immediately, right? Maybe like it will still go down a little bit, like price will still react to it because after all, it is still a supply zone, but it's not going to be strong enough to prevent price from actually go up to these next areas of imbalance, right? To prevent price from actually doing what it's meant to do, and that is to continue to sustain this bullish momentum so that eventually it can get to its destination, right? This is just like a gas station, price is just stopping over there, get some fuel, and then later on, once they get out the fuel, boom, next thing you know, price will come up to our TP, and then you can call it a day. That's what I want, right? That's what we all want. Okay, like we don't want to sit here and watch Brad and listen to Brad. We just want to see Brad hits TP. Same as me, bro. I just want to hit TP as well. Bruh. Imagine if I was evil. Imagine a world where the trading gig is evil. He wouldn't be sharing all of these tips and tricks, all of these gems. He wouldn't be dropping so much sauce on like the weekly basis. Like just giving away all my fucking valuable advice, bro. Like I hold nothing back, man. All I do is give, bro. I'm a giver. What can I say, guys? I'm a giver. Big boy trade, ladies and gentlemen. So right now we're almost hitting TP, and right now let me see. We have about let's see, how much are we up right now? About 20, 25 bands, right? Nothing too crazy. 25 bands? Bro, I'm actually on fucking fire right now, man. 4 W's in a row. Okay, you know what? Let's not jinx it, bro. The last time I jinxed it, it was a very expensive mistake, right? Very expensive mistake. This is not the time to get complacent. This is the time to really try to put my bias aside and really look out if there's anything that's preventing price from hitting TP. Guess what? Nothing's preventing us from hitting TP, right? If you look at the left-hand side, what do we have? Nothing, bro. Like nothing, bruv. Right? You can see this is a little imbalance that we have right here that price is approaching towards. Our price has pretty much blasted right through this area that we have, right? Just like what I expected. Like I said, we pretty much expected a reaction from it, but it was insufficient for price to actually reverse and head down, right? So this pretty much confirmed to us that demand has indeed overpowered supply. And you can see now we also got like a market shift right here, right? Nice little market shift. Very beautiful little market shift right there. Pretty much confirmed the shift in order flow. And then right now, price is pretty much flowing to this imbalance. If price were to take out this imbalance here, then we can potentially expect price to even come up all the way up here, right? All the way up here to our final supply that we have right here, this extreme supply. Bro, honestly, I think I can even place my take profit right here, bro. Right? But the thing is, I can do that. But do I want to hold a trade for a few more hours? Do I want to hold it until New York session? Not really. Not really. I'm patient, but I'm not that patient. I just want to get the fuck out, man. I just want to rest, bruv. To be honest with you, man. Had a long work day, recorded a bunch of courses for the 1% Club students about fundamentals, about the macroeconomic factors, and how it influences currencies. And my brain is quite fried, quite frankly. Like, my brain is just... I don't even know how and why I'm speaking right now, bruv. Like, I'm just on autopilot mode right now, man. So yeah, man, I'm just gonna hit my TP right here, secure the bands, and then just get out. Bro, spreads are crazy, bro. Did I ever complain about spreads, guys? But spreads and commission costs are crazy when you are using 50 lots, man. Like, why is the broker charging me so much? God damn it, broker. Brokers, stop playing with me, bro. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. There we go, boys. Are we gonna get the hell out of this trade? Bro, I'll be damned if price started blasting right through my TP and come all the way up here. I will be like, damn. I will honestly be damned. I'll honestly be damned, bro. Okay, so, yeah, let's look at what's gonna happen. Is price gonna blast right through it? Oh my god, Jesus Christ. I think I'm out. Am I out? Let me see. I'm still not out of the trade. Wait, what? Spreads, guys. I'm telling you, spreads, bro. Like, spreads is cancer. Like in trading, spreads are cancer cells, mate. Like, why the spreads exist? Listen, guys, I'm not just a trader. I'm a thinker. I'm a philosopher, What's A plus B equals C? What's 1 plus 1? 3, bruv. Right? Like I said, I'm a philosopher. I'm a mathematician. I'm a psychologist. I'm a police. Right? I'm an assassin. Bruh, I'm getting too bored, man. I'm getting too bored, guys. Not gonna lie. 30k. Come on, there's levels to the game, innit? Right, I'm gonna be playing at the highest level one day, guys. I want to be able to risk $50,000 on the trade without fear or hesitation one day. Right, I have to admit, I'm not at that level yet, right? $50,000 is a lot of money, man. Like, I can't be risking 50 bands here and there. I'm gonna go broke, right? So, but that's the level that I want to be playing at. And the only way I can get up to that level is if I actually start to control my risk battle, start to control my psychology battle. If I can get used to risking 20k a trade, 30k a trade, 40k a trade, then eventually I can work my way up to 50k a trade. But right now, to be honest, bruv, I'm like struggling to even risk like 10k a trade, bruv. But yeah, levels to the game, guys. Bro, like imagine one day, you know, I'm risking 100k on a trade. That'd be bollocks, bruv. That'd be bollocks. One day, guys. Like, if I did risk 100k on this trade, I would have made like 400k. Crazy. That's big boy numbers right there, man. Like, you can see right here, guys, we would hit TP right there. Right? Very, very nice. But hit TP, right? The market is playing nice right now. The market is not too crazy. And you can see price is exactly where we expected it to go, right? At this little imbalance right here. So, yeah, oh my God. Price is reversing. Price is bloody reversing. No way. No way, bruv. You can see price literally reached to the imbalance and then started dropping. Crazy shit, bruv. Look at this, guys. I shit you not, man. Price went to our area of imbalance and started reversing. Right there and then. Right there and then. It literally touched our TP and then now it started reversing. Like, how insane this shit is. Okay, but yeah, I'm just gonna be closing the trade manually very soon, bro. If price is not going up to slap my TP, I'm gonna slap the market in the face and I'm just gonna slap my open position into non-existence, into space, into a black hole or something, right? This is what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object, right? I'm going to slap the market. Oh, the market is starting to get a little bit excited the moment it hears that I'm gonna be slapping it. Man, the market is a dirty little bit. Look at this, look at it. It's getting a little bit erected right now. It's getting a little bit excited. Right, you can see, the minute I said that, it started going up. And bam, there we go. We have gotten out both of our bloody positions. And of course, why haven't we hit TP yet? Look, bro, the spreads are actually crazy. 198.017. Spreads are crazy, bruv. You know, I'm just going to close it manually, man. I'm tired of this thing, man. I'm tired of the market playing with me, guys. Right now, price is all the way up here, and I'm still not out of the position because of bloody spreads, man. I told you. All right, but you know what? Let me just manually close this shit right now, man. I'm not trying to get greedy. Oh, look at how satisfaction that sound is. You know what sound is that, mate? The sound of victory, mate. There we have it, guys. Classic little trade. 30k, nothing too crazy today. Right, but I was just adamant on maintaining my 100% win rate. And I was not willing to sacrifice that for more profits, to be honest with you. Right, like I said, man, the champion does whatever it wants. All right. Oh, Brad, you should have hold the trade even more. Now, listen, guys. I think the thing about me is that I understand when is enough. Okay? I understand when is enough. When you have made over 160k in a month, while you're spending less than 8 hours on the charts for the entire month, then I'll say like, bro, it's pretty worth it. I pretty much just made 20k an hour. 20k an hour, bro. Like, what are you doing with your life? I used to make $7 an hour, and now I make $20,000 in an hour. Not even 10k, not even 5k, but $20,000. Levels to the game, guys. And like I said, you gotta know when enough is enough, right? You gotta know your limits sometimes. It's important to push beyond your limits, but sometimes you just gotta be satisfied, man. You just can't be greedy, right? I'll take whatever the market gave me. Last month was shit, right? Last month, fucking shit, dog shit, bad shit, right? But this month, we managed to recoup what we should have made last month. And yeah, we ended off this month with about, I think 160k. I will have to go and do the math and add up all the profits. But yeah, guys, there we have it. Finally ended off this month with a bang, with an absolute bang, 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 right? So this is where we got a 100% win rate, right? I don't think that we ever have a month with like a 100% win rate. Like, this is the first time. There's the first time for everything. So this month, I took 4 trades, won all 4, 100% win rate. Market mechanics for the win. Hashtag RajGold in the chat if you want to get 100% win rate next month. All right. Hashtag RajGold. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll see you next month. And hopefully it's another 100% win rate month. Ta-da! Don't jinx it, Brett.